Welcome in everyone, Matt Seneca from PJ Tube here with Doug Dewoody, General Manager of Carbon Operations. Doug, thanks a lot for taking some time out and talking to us. So we have been informed that you grew up in Oil City.
I did grow up in Oil City. Actually, I grew up in Franklin, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So 8 miles away from Oil City. Oil City was our high school rivalry. So Franklin versus Oil City was the biggest event of the year where I grew up. So I am from that Oil City area.
And then you made the move over here to Sand Springs?
So what happened was I went to college, and after college wound up working at a competitor of Webco's.
Okay.
And after being there for a number of years, I was very unhappy. Very poor culture. Just generally did not like it. And I was talking to my dad one night, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna have to find a new place to work." And my dad said, "Well, you should go apply to the tube mill in Oil City, Webco Tube." And I said, "I'm pretty sure there's no tube mill in Oil City." And my dad said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. I know there is because one of your friends works there." So Scott Emmerich, who is a high school graduate, I graduated with Scott Emmerich. I called Scott and I said, "Hey, I hear you're running Webco Tube. You're the plant manager." And he said, "Sure." And anyhow, Scott ended up hiring me at Oil City, at Webco Tube in Oil City. So I worked at Oil City for approximately 10 years. I started on night shift as an SBM and worked my way to general manager. And then about 6.5 years ago, had the opportunity to transfer to Oklahoma.
Wow. All right.
So that's how I became
a path here. Yeah.
That's my path to Tulsa.
Absolutely, very interesting. And then also, did you play college football as well?
I did play college football. So I played college football, and that I played at a small school, Grove City College. In fact, I believe one of our P&J founders went to Grove City. So we had something in common there. So I played football at Grove City and majored in psychology.
Oh, okay.
So a long way away from the most of the engineering talent at Webco, but that's.
And also, you cycle as well, cycler?
I do. I appreciate sports on two wheels. I raced motorcycles for a long time while living in Oil City.
Okay.
In fact, I broke an arm one time and had to call my boss, Randy Watson, up and said, "Hey, Randy, I broke my arm. I have to have surgery."
Was that the end of the motorcycle race?
It was not.
No?
He would not do that to me, but Randy did say, "Doug, I have very little patience for boys and their toys."
Yeah, gotcha.
So I heard the message, but it didn't stop me from racing motorcycles. But when I moved to Oklahoma, the bicycling scene in Tulsa is incredible, and I kind of switched my passion from motorcycles to bicycles.
Okay, so quick question also, what's the furthest you've ridden?
I believe the furthest I've ridden in a day is maybe 140 miles. Okay. My main activity yearly that I train for is a mountain bike race in Colorado. That's 100 miles. It's supposedly the hardest mountain bike race in the United States. So that's what I'm training for every year is for that race in Colorado.
Very cool. All right, last part of the interview. We're picking random, funny, kind of would you rather questions out of a bowl here.
Okay.
So you go ahead and pick one. I'll read it off for you.
I'm nervous.
That's all right. Here we go. All right. Question we have. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night or sweat maple syrup?
Well, if you look at my head, you would realize I'd rather have regrowable hair.
Even if it's spaghetti?
Even if it's spaghetti. So I will take regrowable hair.
All right. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.